Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of Rainbow Paradise Mandala Crochet Along. Today we're going to be doing rounds 23 to 29. So I'm going to start with one of my darker colours from this section here, which is further, I think, section 2, I think it was. Oh, you can use whatever colour you like. So I'm going to start off with a slip knot on my hook, and I'm going for this very top chain space in my puff stitches with a standing double crochet, chain 1 and then a double crochet. So what I'm going to do is, for this round, it's nice and easy, is I'm going to do a chain 1 and then a double crochet in between these two puff stitches, then a chain 1 and then another double crochet. So we're just going to work like this down this row. Nice and simple. So we've got two easy rounds and then two not so easy rounds in section 4. So as you can see, I'm just doing one double crochet and one chain 1 for every space I'm going into. So this is the last space just after this last puff stitch we've got in this row, and that brings us to this behind this point. So I'm just going to fold this point over, and as you can see behind here we've got these two chain anchors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a double crochet in the first one, a chain 1, and then a double crochet in the second one, and then a chain 1 again, and then we're going to work back up the other side. So again, we're just doing chain 1s and double crochets into each space. So it's nice and easy that we don't have to really work into any stitches here. We're just literally working around the pre-existing chain spaces underneath. Nearly at the top. 2 more to go. Right, so now we're back at the top. What we're going to do is we are just going to do a double crochet into that chain 3 space in the row below, a chain 1 and another double crochet, and this point is the exact same as this point over here, so just continue doing this for the entire round, and then when you're at the beginning we're going to make a slip stitch back into this first standing double crochet, and that will be the end of round 23. So follow me on for round 24. Round 24, and I have a new colour on my hook. So what we're going to do is in the chain space what we've got on the last row, what we've just been doing, so it's the chain 2 space, chain 1 space here, we're going to do a standing single crochet, chain 1 and a single crochet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go directly into this first space here with a single crochet, then we're going to yarn over twice, and we're going to do a front post stitch round this bobble. Just like that. And then we're going to go to the next space, do a single crochet, yarn over twice, and to the next bobble and do a front post stitch. So it's quite an easy row, so we're just going to do this until we get down here, so I will do this on camera with you. And what this is going to do is put that purple, what we've done, or your dark colour, what you've done, into the background a little bit, and just give it a nice little texture. Oops, caught on something there. So another nice easy round for you guys. So what doesn't really take much to think about. So we're coming up to our last bobble stitch here. And then we're going to go round the back of this star point here. So in each one of these spaces, you're just going to put one single crochet. And what this is going to do slowly is drawing these two sides together a little bit more, and this is what's going to help to flatten this whole section out. So we're going to move on. So what you want to do is yarn over twice and go through this bobble. And in that first space, put a single crochet. Because we want the opposite of what we've just done. And we're just going to work back up this row. Also makes these bobble stitches a bit more standy outy. Nearly back up to the top of our point. Just a couple more stitches to go. Right, so I'm nearly at the top, so in this space is a single crochet, chain one, and a single crochet. And then you're going to start again, starting with a single crochet, and then yarn over twice for a triple round that first bobble. And now we're back to this point here. So you're going to finish the round, and as you can see, this is already starting to pull inwards, and it's starting to make the whole thing sit a little bit flatter because these were rippling slightly. But this entire section, what we're doing is just going to correct all that, so don't worry about a thing. Everything will be fine. I'm just going to snip that because it's annoying me. And I will see you back for row 25. The end of this row, we're just going to slip stitch into that standing single and then weave in all your ends. So I will see you for round 25. Right guys, round 25, and I'm using a completely different colour now for these next sections. So like I always say, use whatever colours you like. So I'm going to be using red, orange and yellow, I think, for the next few rounds. But for round 25 and 26, I'm just going to use the same colour. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick on any single crochet point on top of these stars, and we are going to do a standing double crochet into that first chain space, followed by a chain one and a double crochet, all in that same space. So this makes a new point for this round, as you can see. So what we're going to do is we are going to chain one and then double crochet into the top of, just moving my work slightly, we're going to do a double crochet into the top of this stitch right here, and this is the first long stitch from the previous round. And then with a chain 1, and then we're going into the next long stitch. So this is like what we've done a couple of rounds ago. So it's nothing complicated here. So just a double crochet followed by a chain 1 until we get to our last long stitch. Don't worry if this will kind of move itself around, and what we're going to actually be doing is kind of making this a little bit more curved than pointy. Right, so behind this star tip, what we've got here, which is the one I've got in green, we're going to yarn over and go through this first space here, pull up a loop, go straight into the next loop and pull up another loop. Yarn over and come through the first 3 loops, yarn over and come through the first 2. So we've kind of just put those 2 stitches together, and we're going to do this again. So yarn over, go through the next loop, pull up a loop, go through the next, which is actually a stitch, but just go underneath the stitch for this one. And then yarn over, pull through 3, and then pull through 2. So that just brings this in a little bit more. So we're just going to repeat basically what we've done going up here. So chain 1 and then make a double crochet straight into this stitch here. No, don't chain 1. I'm telling you lies there. Just yarn over and go straight into that stitch. Then chain 1. And then back into your next long stitch. Chain 1, double crochet into your next stitch. So it's basically just doing the reverse of what we've just done. If I am working a little bit fast, it's because we've got quite a lot to get through in this video. But you can always put me on pause or come back to the video. I'll write, what I normally do is write things down. It can be helpful sometimes. So we're back up at the top, and I've just done my last long stitch. Now I'm just going to count these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So I've still got 9 stitches up here. And then we're just going to go back into this chain 1 space at the top with double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. And then chain 1, and then you're just going to jump straight to your next long stitch. So this is basically what we've just done on the other side. So when we finish the round, don't cut your yarn off, because we're just going to use the same colour for the next round. So I will see you on round 26. Right, round 26. So I've just slip stitched to my last stitch of the end of that round, what we've just done, and now I'm just going to make a slip stitch into this corner. And then I'm going to chain 2. So this chain 2 is going to class as a half double crochet now, and then I'm going to put 1 extra chain on, because this first chain is going to make our point, and then I'm going to yarn over and do a half double crochet now, and that is just going to make a nice point there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to work into the stitches and into the spaces now. So if you follow along, I'm going to be working in half double crochets for a while. So I'm going to do 1, then 1 in the space, so that's 2, 3 into the stitch, 4 into the space, 5 into the stitch, 6 into a space, 7 stitch, 8 space, 9 into that stitch, and number 10 into that space. So I've got 10 half double crochets now worked around here, which is making this nice mesh and a nice solid area here. So now I'm going to go into working in double crochets, and we're going to do the same. So I'll just count them out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one is actually in that stitch there, 10, because we don't have any more spaces. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a double crochet and I'm going to catch hold of this. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to find my chain 1 space in the top of this, and I'm going to go into the stitch behind it. Well, not the stitch, I'm actually going through the space here, if you can see. So I'll just take that away. So through this middle space here. So I'm going to go through there, and I'm going to pull through. I'm going to keep it a little bit tighter than normal, yarn over and finish the stitch. And that's just connecting all these, we're going to connect all these star points now to keep them flat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue up here in the same. So don't forget this first stitch you can hide sometimes. So first one's in a stitch, second one's in a stitch, then your third one's actually in the space. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and number 10. Then half doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then number 10 is in this very top stitch. As you can see, that's sitting really nice and flat now, and what we've done is we've just filled up this bottom a little bit without making it too wide. So onwards and forwards. So in this tip, what we're going to do, yarn over and just do a half double crochet, chain 1 and a half double crochet, and this point is the same as where we started. So all you can do is continue this round, where on round 27 we'll be changing colours. Right guys, so this is now round 27. So we're going to do some surface crocheting across this row here, which is the second row of this part. So I'm going to use a nice yellow colour for this one, just because it's easier to see. And with a slip knot on my hook, I'm going to start on this first single crochet right here, which is the tip of this row. So with a standing single, and it's a front post stitch, because we're not going into any stitches now, we're just going round. So that's 1. Make sure you get round the whole stitch there. 2. I'm also keeping these stitches a little bit looser, because I don't want it to bunch up any. 3. 4. I'm going to turn the work a little bit, it's just easier. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9 and 10. Then we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to count 8 stitches from here. So not including this middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I'm going to put a single crochet in that stitch, and the next 3 stitches total in 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and that one's my 4th. Now what we're going to do is yarn over 3 times. I think this is a double treble, I'm not sure, but we're going to yarn over 3 times, and we're going to make 12 stitches now. So we're going to, if you see this middle stitch where we've connected this point here, we're going to make 6 in this side and 6 in this side. But we're not going into the stitch itself, we're going straight into that big space there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can kind of just play around and just get these where you want them afterwards. So that's 6, then 6 in the other side, on the other side of that double crochet right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is my last one, which is 6. Then we're going to make a single crochet in the eighth stitch along up here, not including this middle one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then into your 8th. So that's 1, another 3, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because now we're going to jump down here. So what you want to do is count 10 stitches back from this side of your point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is where we're going. So 1, now 10 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is 1/2 of this point corner. There we go. So to finish that corner off, just chain 1 and then just go straight into the other side, and that's your first of 10 single crochets. So just continue like this for the round, where you're going to slip stitch onto this standing single. So on this side, when you finish, make sure you put that chain 1 in before you slip stitch, and then I'll just come back and show you a good handy way to get rid of these tails. Right guys, welcome to round 28. With the yarn tail, what we had from this this round where we've done this surface crochet in here, what you're going to do is you're just going to say if it's coming out here, you're just going to thread your needle up, and if you pull your stitches forwards, just so I can show you where I've done mine, is you just go straight through and then pull it through to the back, and then you can just weave it away. Sorry, a bit of a stutter there. I'm having one of those days again. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm using another new colour on my hook, and we're going to be working on these big shells here and starting up here. So we have our chain one corner there, and then I believe half double crochets next to it, and we're going to start in the second one with a standing single crochet. This will make sense a bit later on, and we're just going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 single crochets. And then what we're going to do is with this chain 4, we're just going to, on that last chain, we're going to pick up half a chain and go into the next stitch. And this is just going to secure that a little bit. As you can see, it's just going to help it have more of a fixed corner. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over twice for some trebles, and we're going to go around this first stitch on our fan with the back post. That's 1. So we should have 12 of these. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11, and this last one makes 12. Blanket's starting to grow a little bit more. Right, so the same as what we've got on this side. With this first chain, first chain of this chain 4, grab half a chain and go straight through the next stitch on. So we should have 11 stitches up here. So 1, 2, 3, I think, let me just count. Should have 12, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I've hit a bit of a snag on this one, which I was completely expecting. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to make up this stitch count, because we needed this to kind of look the same. So we're going to make up a stitch count. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I needed 2 more. So I'm just going to pull a few out and double some up. So there's 1, go into the next, and then double up on the next. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which is fine. You know, you're not even going to notice these, so don't worry about it. Every now and again, it does take a little bit of finessing on a couple of rows, which is perfectly normal, perfectly fine. So don't panic, don't worry. So we're going to chain 2. And we're not going to do anything in these next 2 stitches, which is kind of like in the tip. We're going to go into the next one, because we're trying to round this off now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 is that stitch just before that, so pick up that last half, pick up half a chain and go through, and then you just continue around. I'm going to leave it at this for this section because I don't want my videos getting too big, so keep your eye out for part 5, which will be coming soon. I hope you're enjoying these videos so far, because I'm enjoying making them for you, and I'm actually getting more excited to see what's going to come next. So stay tuned and happy crocheting, guys. See you soon.